All right, now that this is commented out, let's move on forward. And we'll go into the concept of grabbing data, say from a JSON file. The JSON file we're using here is users.json, and this is stored under the server folder. So you can grab that here. And let's go over to our routes. We'll declare app.get with the endpoint of users, just to make it specific, with a function for request and response. And we're going to deal with the fs variable. This fs variable gives us access to our directory, and we can use functions to grab, read, write, manipulate, or create files, create folders. This is what we can do here. So let's start with reading files. Const users equals fs dot read file sync, and this takes 2 arguments here, or a few, but we'll just use 2. Let's start with path.resolve as the pathway, server users.json, and the second one will be the encoding type in an object as UTF-8. Now let's console the data and see if it shows up when we get the endpoint. Run the server, npm run dev. And let's test it. Look at that. After hitting the endpoint, it shows up our list of servers, or list of users. ID of 1, the name is James. Banana, ID of 2, we got Kelly, she likes sliced ham. And that should match the data we have in users.json. Perfect. So that's how you can console the data. We can manipulate the data and send it to the domain or the client browser by saying if users exists, then let JSON user equal JSON.parse users. We are parsing the JSON, we're parsing this data from being a string to being an object, because currently its current state is a string. It's stringified. If we parse this data, we parse into an object. And we can show you what that looks like here. Console.log JSON user. Let's hit the endpoint to get this to ping, and it pings. So this is our list of users in JSON format, stored in objects, and they're a little bit prettier to see compared to the string format listed vertically. Now, how does this look on the domain? Exactly is how we parsed it. It looks like this. So let's show that on the domain here. res.json, JSON user. Hit the endpoint, and bam, you got your list of users in JSON format.